Hi everybody, Caroline North here with Miss Little Penny. Penny. Penny is a miniature donkey, and she is one of the most peaceful, serene little critters. And there we go. Miss Penny really likes hugs and cuddles and making people feel better. She also likes eating grass. But she's here today with me to give you some guidance as we curl up together to see if you'd like to do some journaling. Answer some questions. Oh, we got two donkeys here. There's Eddie behind her. Eddie's got to be the star. And yeah, so journal prompts is a great way to do some introspection, some reflective work, and you need to be aware what's going on inside to better focus on what you're doing on the outside. And by that I mean when we ride horses especially, our mental status is just as important as our physical status. So Penny and Eddie here are going to ask some questions of you. There he is. Hi, buddy. I know you love hugs. Oh, hugs. Let me rub my head on you. Don't knock me down. I love you too. I love you too. Oh, the hugs of a donkey. Mwah. So yeah, Eddie and Penny's journaling days. So we're going to ask you some questions, aren't we, Eddie? And you want to write them down. And it's just something to think about, reflect. Nothing too serious. Right, Eddie? You can't take yourself too seriously. Not too seriously. And yeah, so first question. As you get settled, you had a little good laugh about Eddie trying to knock me down. First question is, when you imagine yourself riding, how does your body feel? And all you need to do is write down some words or quick phrases. It doesn't have to be an essay. How do you imagine your body feels when you're riding a horse? And then you're going to, part two of that question is, how does your body actually feel when you really are riding a horse? And just a few little phrases or short words. So that's the first question. Hopefully you can see them. So the second question is, how do you feel? How is your mind when you imagine yourself riding a horse? And part two is, how do you feel in your mind when you actually are riding a horse? Write some answers down. And you don't have to think very hard, kind of like a horse, a mini eating grass. Just let him come and lay it out. Doesn't have to be any great work. This third question is, how does your spirit feel when you imagine yourself riding a horse? And part 2 is, how do you actually feel in your spirit when you're riding a horse? So, mind, body, spirit. Our imaginary hopes and dreams sometimes don't always reflect the reality. But in order to bring the hopes and dreams closer to the reality, you first need to be aware of them. That's the first step, is awareness. So, from Eddie and Penny and me, Caroline, I hope you enjoyed that little journal prompt. And hopefully you have some good answers. And you don't need to share them. But it's good stuff. Good stuff to think about. This is mental yoga. It's not all physical postures. Yeah, you gotta think sometimes. Deep thinking. Yes. Another Eddie hug. He says, I like it when you think deep. It makes me feel calm and peaceful. And I like calm and peaceful. So, take care, everybody.